It is the morning of the hair transplant, and I forgot to. I almost brushed my teeth with this lidocaine. I forgot to mention lidocaine, but first, I just wanted to say that it is the morning of the surgery. And at first, I was gonna just because I wanted to come on here and say something about the lidocaine before I went and got the procedure. Even though I'm gonna put this video with after. I was first I was going to record with my hat on, and then I took it off because I was like, you're going to do it today, and so that's it. I don't have to look like this anymore. So because it's a glare from the window because the sun hasn't come up yet. That's it, guys. This is what it is looking like beforehand, and I don't have to worry about that. I'm not going to have to worry about that anymore. So it was like a ton of people that kept saying, although I am trying to keep the camera low, so it's not a focal. I'm still self-conscious about it, even though I was brave to come on here and record this. However, all right, there were a lot of people saying that the anesthetic injections are super painful. And no one ever, they said that they give you something at the clinic, but they still said that it was like a sting. And I watched men have procedures too, just to compare the pain levels. And the men were like, guys, you have to be prepared for those injections that they do around your frame. And so I got a tattoo on my back of a tree. So it's huge. It's like covering my back. I have a back piece. Anyhow, they use lidocaine before you get a tattoo. So I brought some lidocaine with me, and it was in my bag the day I was doing what was in my bag. But I guess I just overlooked it and never mentioned it. But I'm so glad that I almost brushed my teeth with it this morning because my little tube of toothpaste, the travel size, I grabbed the lidocaine instead of the toothpaste. And then I was like, oh my God, I got it. I put this on because I'm going to go and breakfast is at 7, so I'm gonna go down there and grab some and then put it up because I never eat. I'm gonna use it for when I come back to eat. I never eat when I first wake up. I'm never hungry. I usually just have coffee. So I'm going to have coffee, and then I'm going to be at the clinic. The driver will be here at 7:30 to pick me up. Then I'm going to go and head to the clinic, and then they said that I'll be there from 6 to 8 hours because they are going to draw, do tests or whatnot to make sure I'm healthy enough for the procedure. And then they're going to do a PRP treatment, plasma enrichment. And so they take out plasma and then they inject it into your scalp to help with the graft setting in. And so, and then they, do the hairline, and I have my hairline video for the doctors. They do they draw out, where they're going to be placing the grafts, and then they shave you and then go through with the procedure. None of which I'm going to record because when I'm doing something, I can't focus on it. Should I record this moment? And then, but during the procedure, there's a break, and they provide a meal, and I'll be hungry by then. I'll eat, and then whenever they're done, they'll bring me back to the hotel, and then I'll show you guys, everything that happens before I pass out, because I'm probably going to pass out because I literally only slept for like 2.5 hours. And I guess that's my body telling me that it just treated it as a nap. So I have my blanket. I'm looking at the stuff that I'm taking. I have my blanket, and I have some cotton balls to put in my ear because a lot of people complained and said that the water was just dripping in their ears. So I tried to just be extra prepared. Oh, this is a shirt that I was telling you guys about. So it literally unzips all the way to the sleeve. And then I have a really loose collar shirt on here underneath. And so I am going to just unzip it all the way. I'm just going to unzip it all the way during after the transplant, and then pull the collar down to take my shirt off, just like stretch it, you know, because I don't care about like ruining the shirt or whatever. And I'm gonna during the procedure, I'm gonna zip it. I'm going to put like my hand towels, like maybe stuff them in there, one there, and then the other one I'm gonna use to like wipe my face. And I am going to have this like this be ready, so that I'm just gonna have it like this, just because I don't want water dripping all down my neck. But that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go get some breakfast and get started, and then you guys, next time I come on here to record, there are going to be just little dots, you know, and nothingness. And I'm going to put my makeup on for that, because that's just going to be too much to just have. Like, I don't even know what I'm going to be looking like, y'all. So just gonna probably try to put my makeup. I don't know. I might just be like, you know what? It is what it is, or I might not. So, but yeah, I'll pick back up later. But oh, did I even go into details about lidocaine? I think I just skip. I do that a lot. I watch the playback and I'm just like, I never did say it. But it is what it is, you know. I'm not gonna go back and re-record or stress myself out about, you know, me skipping subjects, or because no one is here to talk back to me and say, wait, what did you finish the last story? So you use the lidocaine, you put it on. I'm gonna put it on like literally before I walk out the door. I'm gonna put it on, and then, you know, let it dry, and like after I come back up from the breakfast, or maybe before I go down, I'm not sure, or maybe I'm gonna do 2 coats. But you put it in. I'm gonna put it just all throughout, just in my scalp, to where I think they're gonna put the injections at, and like a couple of hours later, it kind of helps to numb. So I'm just trying to really help prepare for those anesthesia injections. And once that, you know, that kicks in, you won't feel them doing the hair transplant. Okay, so that's it. I'll see you guys later. This is so cool, guys, that the honey just drips from there. And it's a lot of, I just wanted to show what they put out for breakfast here. It's a lot of olives and dates. I'm gonna go back this way. This area. Sorry. Rows of cheeses. Oh, guys, one thing I don't want to put in the video. And then like parfaits and yogurts. And like a coffee station. Granola and cereals. And then fruit. And so I just wanted to show what's the breakfast. So my driver is running behind, so I came back upstairs and I looked out my window and I was like, oh my God, it's so cute. And so I just wanted to film what it looks like in Turkey. I'm just kind of zooming in and out of this, oh my goodness. It's like this huge tower type of building off in the distance over there. I don't know if you guys can see it. This is a really good view. I'm not quite sure you can see. If my phone is doing it justice, but that's the view of Istanbul, Turkey. And the ocean is literally on the other side of the hotel. I have tried everything to try to normalize how I look, but you're just not gonna look normal coming from a heart transplant. It's just not gonna happen. You're gonna look crazy. And you have to accept that. I tried everything. This is my new normal. Okay, so I have decided to keep the glasses on to distract from my head swelling up. It's already starting to swell. It's bigger than it's ever been. But This is what I'm looking like, guys. This is, and I have hair. I really did go in there and draw my hairline. I want to say something about that. I I tried to tell her that that I wanted to draw it, and she was thinking that I was trying to bring it forward, and she was like, "Well, it's only to a certain part that you can put." I wasn't even sure that you can do something like that. You can pull, like she said, people come in all the time and they don't have alopecia. They were just born with their hairlines back too far, and then so they wanted to bring their hairlines forward. But there's only a certain you can only bring it up so far. It's like veins or around your temple or something. And so she thought that that's what I was trying to do. And I was like, oh no, I'm trying to erase what you did. And I, curved it back. And she was like, well, that's not going to be a even around. I said, oh, I know. Like, I didn't want my hair. I want it to be naturally how it, normally is. So there's going to be hair there. In fact, all of my hair is going to grow in exactly how it was before when I filmed this morning. And then the transplanted hair will grow in between it. And they told me 4 months, but I'm gonna go off of me looking normal for 6 months. And I have to have 2 transplants because when the doctor looked at it, because I have hereditary alopecia, and it's not something that I did to myself, like traction alopecia or, from pressure, they wanted to go in and get what I messed up from wearing the braids, and then go back as far as they could in the top. And so that center, my crown area that was thinner is still going to be thin. And she explained that they only like to harvest a certain amount of grafts for a safe transplant. And they looked at, throughout my donor area and the density, and my hair is naturally fine. So she really just wanted to go in and do this. And then in a year, if I'm still not satisfied, if I'm having issues, then I can come back and get the, after a year, not within, after a year or 2. But she said it was safe after a year, then I can do this, the crown part. I can go swimming without that. So I'm not even sure, but I would do it again at the same place in a heartbeat. I slept through the transplant. It was so crazy. I don't know what the other women experienced online that I was watching, but I had a great experience. They came and picked me up late. That wasn't, but I did get a good view that I inserted earlier. And also inserted a picture on the, I'm gonna stop and insert that picture now. On the way back from the clinic, they put the partition up. And I guess they do it for privacy, and the windows are closed because you are looking like this coming out of the clinic. And so it was a super cool fireplace picture back there, and I'm gonna insert that now. Partition has a picture of a fireplace, which is pretty cool. I just looked down and noticed that these are reading glasses. I don't wear glasses normally. I just started having to wear. It's like a plus 1.5 too. It's like super weak prescription, but it is what it is. I do need them to read, so I have them handy. When I'm doing my women's my online women's Bible study. And if you want to check that out, it's at Latricia, at LATRISHA on YouTube. Yeah, and I'll put it in the description box below. But anyway, that was the car. It's the same car. It was the same car that they picked me up from the airport in. And this here is Longevita, the clinic that I went to. So I got some food from breakfast, and then as soon as I came back up here and finished taping the video, they called and said the driver's here. And so I ended up going back down there. I went to the clinic, and then I met with a translator who will translate to some of the assistants that are working, who are taking the grafts from the back and put them in the front. So when she was drawing my line, she was trying to push through, and she was like, I could hear her. She could say some things, a lot of things in English. The doctor spoke Turkish and English. And so I said, I put lidocaine on my scalp so that I wouldn't feel the injections. They was like, oh, it's under the skin. I didn't care about any of that because I have a tattoo, which is under the skin. So I know that it should have helped. So anyway, we got through the line. The injections in the back, I should have rubbed that lidocaine everywhere. It was so painful. That was the most uncomfortable part, but she was like, deep breath. She kept going in and doing the anesthesia shots. So yeah, that was super uncomfortable. Like, oh my God, rub lidocaine, get a bottle and put it everywhere. And then I put the blow dryer to it when I put it in. And when she got to the front, this is supposed to be the worst part. Everybody said it's the worst part. I said ouch like twice when she was going around with the needle. And I was like, I told you the numbing cream worked. And the lady who was doing the anesthesia, she was like, I'm so sorry, I don't understand you. Anyhow, she was really nice though, you know. She knew like certain words, you know, to tell me to turn or to take a deep breath. She knew that, but she couldn't understand what I was talking about. So after that, they immediately went in. It was a team of 2 people. It was all women that worked on me today too, which was crazy. And they were playing Sade at that. So, and I like Sade. I saw Sade in concert. It was a long time ago. It was like in 2011. It was the day before my grandmother had my grandmother's funeral. Me and my sister, my little sister, we had got the tickets, and before my grandmother passed, and so we spent $300 a piece on the seats. So we were going, and we were talking about how we were going to enjoy this night and then, you know, cry our hearts out the next day, which is exactly what happened. But anyhow, they were playing Sade in there, which I don't listen to Sade now anymore. If I was in like a relationship or I had a husband, not a relationship, if I had a husband only, then I could listen to her. She's always singing about love, this and that. But anyways, that was cool. I thought that because there was all women worked on me the whole day. The doctor came in. When the doctor came in and inserted the holes to where she wanted the assistants to place the grafts in, she was a woman, you know. It just was all women working on me. So I thought that was pretty cool because I'm a woman, and you know, I felt like they, you know, would know a woman's hair and how, you know, understand which she was. The doctor was super understanding about how I wanted my hairline, and so they had to take blood from my hand because I tried to tell them that my veins, it's pretty tricky to get anything out of my arms. But they did end up, after she went back and forth to each arm, she finally was able to get that plasma out of my arm for the PRP treatment that I got. And that was at the end. I got the PRP at the end, and I slept through the whole thing, and they couldn't believe it. The translator came back in at the end, and he was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I just woke up." He was like, "You slept?" I said, "Yeah." I didn't even take the break to eat. He was like, "You can eat now." The food was out there. It wasn't good, so I didn't finish it. It was like beef and balls of beef and like a stew. I guess it was maybe a beef stew, but it wasn't how the traditional American beef stew, how it was made, because it was potatoes and carrots in there, but it just did not taste like beef stew for me to call it that. And so I couldn't finish it, so I just left it there and came back to the hotel. And when I looked at the time, it sure did take like over 6 hours. I was like, I can't believe my grandmother used to always tell me that I could sleep through anything. And I only had 2.5 hours of sleep last night because my body shouldn't have been asleep, which is why I was probably sleeping there, which is so cool. And that's I was just like, if I had just rubbed the lidocaine on the back, that would have been the best experience. And then if I do go and get the crown done, because when I go swimming, I can always pull my hair up, and then I can still like use fibers or just cover it with hair that I have in the places that they put it in. But if I do come back, I wouldn't get all my hair shaved off again. I would just, keep all of this and just have them shave the donor area where they're going to take it from, and then place it in the crown area, and then my hair in the back, for whatever reason, it grows way longer and faster than the front. I have to get my hair, when I go get my hair cut, I have to get the back cut up to catch it so that it can match the length of the front, because the back will just keep continuously grow. So it's going to be perfect if I do decide. I haven't decided yet, because I was really hoping that they were going to be able to take a huge amount today. Like they said that they can safely harvest like 3,500 to 4,000, but they would never go over those amounts. But because of when she examined my scalp and everything, she thought that it would be best for me to break it in two. And then I can decide if there was something, but I knew that. I already discussed that. And then the clinic that I was going to go to previously told me the same thing, that I might need two transplants. But I was just like, I just need this part done. So I don't know. I haven't made a solid decision. So I haven't actually went through this bag. So let's do that now. This is the aftercare bag that they gave me. There's a neck pillow in here that I need to sleep with, that they said. They're gonna come pick me up in the morning. My head is just, oh my God, it seems like it got bigger. It's just, and they said it's gonna get, from the day 3 to 5, they said it's just gonna continuously just blow up like a soccer ball or something. I just have a soccer ball. It was so funny when I put my makeup on too. I put my makeup on and I laughed so hard, guys. I was like, you still look crazy. I just couldn't normalize it. And so this is the pad that you're supposed to lay on for the leakage that's gonna be happening, that they said it'll be coming out. So I didn't get to use my towels, and I didn't get to wear this sweater because it was up too far. You can't wear like a turtleneck. So they made me take the sweater off, and I was only in my shirt. They did give me a blanket. It wasn't freezing in there. It was so comfortable that I fell asleep. They didn't give me any pills or any medicine. I didn't take anything. I just put the lidocaine on, and then it wasn't super painful. But those shots, I didn't cry. I just was like, whew. She was like, don't touch your head. So I just grabbed the table. It was like a face where you had your face laid into. I was holding on for dear life. I have never even held on that hard on a ride at Six Flags. I was like, oh my God. And so if you buy a bottle of lidocaine and rub it everywhere, and hit put the blow dryer to it, you will go in there and come out like a champ and sleep right through it like I did. This is like a foam shampoo and a hair lotion, which I'm going to transfer in those little bottles that I have. And I'll just empty, I'll get a foam bottle. I don't have a foam bottle back home. So I'll just get a bottle and then put it in there, because those are too big for me to take. This is medicine, because I eventually will start feeling pain, and I'm supposed to take this. And these are my instructions on, because they did, put all those shots in my head. So eventually I'm going to feel it. And so, but right now I don't feel a thing. Let me see. Is there anything else? I can't show you the back. I do know that this is the craziest looking day, besides when oh my God. And this side is swelling up like way more than the other side, which is, it's throwing me off. I don't even know how to react to what my face is doing right now. I look crazy. So, but it's gonna go down. They said that all of the anesthesia that they place in your head, it will drain down into your face, which is what causes the swelling, and then it'll just, exit your body. And you'll go back to looking normal. But when I go in for them to wash this tomorrow, because I can't touch it or do anything or remove this back bandage, it won't look like this anymore. And there's hair up further than, where the transplant, so it's making my head look extra big and where it's swollen at. And then there'll just be the dots there, and it'll, I'll look more normal, besides having a a bobblehead. I'll look more normal tomorrow when I go to get it washed for the first wash, and then I'll record what that looks like and my experience with that too. And yeah, that's it. That's day 2. That's it for today. If I think of anything else before I finish editing and uploading this, I will come back on here and say it. But so far, I really liked my experience with this clinic. They were, gentle with me. I didn't have a bad experience at all. And yeah, so don't take towels. That was not something that I needed, but I am using it to put around my neck. I had it on my neck in the car because I can feel like little leakage. I don't know what's leaking out of me, but there's something leaking. Yeah, that's it.